deciding on what deck to play for the tournament, that probably all went into it. You know, Lingering Souls, everyone has moved to Sword and Feast and Famine, so Lingering Souls is going to buy me a bunch of time, and it's going to make Sword and Feast and Famine worse.
So it looks like these guys actually finished 2 games.
They were late and finished
They were
games.
late, yeah, and in the control match. So they've each got a game under their belt, and now we get to see. This is obviously post board, so what kind of
the things that you can expect to see post board from Mike in this final third game. He has access to some negates in his board, along with 2 additional Terminus to go with the one in his main deck. Termini, I believe is the plural.
Terminus-suses.
There's also Liliana Vale hanging out, and he already has one of those main deck as well, so they'll be able to keep a card like Ice of St. Traft or Delver's Secrets in check. I wouldn't be surprised to see him play a Timely Reinforcements or 2, and as well as a Divine Offering to hedge against the equipment. So, as far as Matt's deck, he can board into the control route if he wants to with Consecrated Sphinx and that sort of thing. But this came up yesterday when we watched Mike play for top 8. You know, you don't want to try to out control
the control
deck. You want to know exactly what role you're playing. And I don't think that Matt is going to go that route, but I mean, we'll see exactly what ends up happening. Matt is weighing his options right now on turn 2.
Yeah, it's too bad we can't rewind just a little bit to see what that probe showed us. But we're going to see it anyway. Thank you, Matt.
We appreciate it.
Yeah,
in the
please
booth
show
and at
us.
home.
Yeah, please. I know you may know all the cards. Can you lay it out, please? Please. Oh, they can't hear us.
I saw a Ratchet Bomb and I believe in a gate.
I thought I saw a gate too.
I got a little info. There's a sword as well.
In there? Okay. What sword is this?
Is it a sword?
Yeah. I don't think Michael has a sword.
Maybe it was Batterskull.
Oh, it could have been Batterskull. Okay. So Snapcaster Probe.
His best Silvergill Adept Impersonation.
Yeah. And that was actually more accurately what it did, because it certainly didn't show us what was in Michael's hand.
It did not help anyone here.
Matt apparently, obviously already knew.
Yeah, from the first probe. We just wanted to see what card he drew.
Yeah. Matt with a pretty land-heavy hand. It looks like triple island and Seachrome Coast. He may have all lands. That won't be the first time we've seen that this weekend. Ratchet Bomb from Michael Belfatto looks to be his play for the turn.
He's going to start doing exactly what he was looking to do, which is stabilize the board slowly but surely. Ratchet Bomb isn't the best answer to a card like Ice of St. Traft, but
his hand, I think he just drew Mana Leak. I think his hand is all lands. There may be one spell besides Mana Leak in there. I mean, Mana Leak could be very relevant, but I see, well, the Seachrome he just played. I see Moorland Haunt, 3 islands.
Mana Leak and X.
And X, yeah. So there's like one card that I can't quite get a picture of.
Yep.
So Michael's gonna pump his Ratchet Bomb at the end of Matt's turn. Tick it up.
We're gonna get the dice out for clarification. Good sportsmanship.
I like that die there, so that because we can see it, we can see the number on it very clearly.
He's got all 3 colors of mana, and he's just gonna play Lingering Souls.
Yeah, which is actually kind of a dilemma, because we know Matt has a Mana Leak, but do you want a Mana Leak, a half a Lingering Souls?
Yeah, I can't imagine that he would.
He top decks land. Looking good for the control player. There's all kinds of time right now. Checking life totals here. Matt should be at 16 because he played probe. I mean, unless he paid for the probe turn 1.
It's very likely he paid for the first probe.
Okay. We didn't see that part on camera.
I assume on Michael's side with that Ratchet Bomb, he's probably just going to get it up to 3 to be able to be safe against Ice of St. Traft, as well as if he needs swords, and if he needs to kick it up to 4 to deal with the Restoration Angel, he can do that.
Yeah, it won't take long. So, a Spirit trades with Snapcaster, other Spirit on the offense. Gets in there for 1. And Flashback Lingering Souls.
So now it gets to the point where, Michael is the control deck, but he can get a little aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, Matt's doing very little.
He's not doing a ton. That Ponder is definitely going to help a lot, actually. Not even a lot.
Yeah, he sees Delver lands Matt just used his Moorland Haunt, by the way, to make a spirit, getting double value out of his Snapcaster, even more value out of his Snapcaster.
Yeah,
right?
The most value-centric card there is.
I got a 2/1, I got a Gataxian Probe, I got a 1/1. Moorland Haunt helped.
He's got another Mana Leak, and he's also got a Geist Saint Draft in his hand.
Okay, so he's getting some spells. He's gonna have some action pretty soon. All right, there's Ratchet Bomb up to 3.
So now Michael's got himself protected against Geist, and Geist, the swords, and then the area of Restoration Angel as well. And now he can just, like I said, just get aggressive and kind of put the onus on Matt to start making some moves now.
So Mike attacks with all 3 spirits. Matt trades with 1, takes 2, goes to 15. Geist of Saint Traft. Matt's going to say, "I'll trade with your Ratchet Bomb if that's how you want to play it." Michael may just decide he has, a better answer, another answer.
Yeah, Michael could very easily just have like a Phantasmal Image in his hand to be able to take care of that.
We know Matt has Mana Leak, so Michael would have to make a land drop. Which Michael's hand looks like a ton of spells, and I don't know if he has his land drop here. And it's Phantasmal Image, and Matt.
He let that happen really quickly.
I think we know Mike has Negate, and so does Matt. That's the. But he can't cast Negate.
No blue mana.
No blue mana. Huh? Interesting. Interesting that Matt let that happen. Now that I think he could have protected that Geist.
Well, I think
forced Michael into using the Ratchet Bomb.
Well, I think where we're kind of at in the game, because Michael is so stuck, is because he has so few mana. Those Mana Leaks are going to be on for the entire game, so he's content to just play a longer game and get the most value that he can out of his Mana Leaks.
I like that logic.
We know he has a card like Elvish Norn in his hand right now. He will potentially draw some Sun Titans, that sort of thing, and you want to be able to save your Mana Leaks for that.
So Matt played a Delver on his turn, passed back to Michael, who finally hit his 5th land drop. I guess this is like turn 7 or something.
Yeah.
And swings with his spirits. Matt makes a spirit of his own with a Moorland Haunt and trades. So leaving Michael with 1 spirit and a Ratchet Bomb on 3. Matt with a unflipped Delver of Secrets. And those are the non-land permanents on board. As far as lands go, Matt has been flooded and Michael has been a little bit mana screwed. So Matt with 7 lands in play, and I think about that many in hand as well.
Yeah. And now the Mana Leak that he could have used last turn, even though he does have 2 in his hand, much better there on a Batter Skull. Which, if that resolved, he was in huge danger of losing. Yeah.
So Michael with 5 lands, Matt with 7 in play. Actually, his hand now is, I think, Consecrated Sphinx, Mana Leak, and Island, and 2 islands actually. So plays 1 Consecrated Sphinx with 2 mana up.
And isn't it convenient that he has 2 mana available for another Mana Leak?
Yeah. So go for the throat immediately with Mana Leak mana up for Michael, and that's a nice answer. Good timing, and that's exactly what Michael had to do there before Matt got
on the upkeep too, before the draw.
Yep.
Before the draw happened, so an ideal situation for Michael.
And in with the Spirit token, Matt Hoey at 11.
Who is the beatdown? Checking for blackjack.
It's not there. Although we're drawing so many lands, I gotta say the chances of hitting a spell
they gotta be pretty high.
Gotta be a little bit higher.
All right.
Geist number 2 from Matt. Of course, Michael still does have that Ratchet Bomb, and I love that he's content to not necessarily use the Ratchet Bomb right away. I mean, obviously, I think that's just the correct way of doing it. Use your other options, because Ratchet Bomb can deal with swords, which can be real big trouble.
But Ratchet Bomb's always going to be there. There's no reason to use it immediately right now.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Like, save the Ratchet Bomb for when you really need it.
Yep. My assumption is Michael is just, with that Forbidden Alchemy, he's just looking to hit his land drops at this point. It looks like he's got a lot of expensive spells in his hand, and he has a lot of resources at his disposal. He just needs to be able to cast them all.
Yeah. Meanwhile, making do with spirits lingering spirits from that Lingering Souls, that one copy of Lingering Souls that he cast. And Matt trades a Moorland Haunt spirit for that last spirit. And Michael says, got another copy of Lingering Souls. 2 more guys. Seriously.
Yeah, he just went through all that work.
That's not how saying goes.
He just went through all that work of taking care of, the first Lingering Souls.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, I have another one now, so no big deal.
Yeah, Matt top decks an island, which has got to be like the last island in his deck. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 islands in play. There's 9 in the deck, I think.
He's been flooded badly. He hasn't really gone through a lot of cards this game with the ponders and the probing and the thought scouring that this deck typically does. He also hasn't even seen the Restoration Angel this game, so
Michael does have to use the Ratchet Bomb, deal with the Geist before attacks, and so he does that, giving Matt the opportunity to make another spirit to trade with with a quarter of Michael's Lingering Souls.
Yeah. So he's just going to flashback Lingering Souls.
Yeah, just keep that token out there. It's a different token. So, Lingering Souls gets flashed back. Matt, unable to flip that Delver.
He's had enough. I'm getting in there with this Delver. You know what?
He's gotten in there with the Delver a couple times.
I'm tired of looking at this not be a 3-2. I'm coming in.
It is funny how both players are seeing the exact opposite of what they want to see.
Yeah.
Michael cannot draw a land, and Matt cannot draw a spell.
Yeah, Matt couldn't draw enough lands.
Goes to flip it, does not flip it, sees another land. Delver of Secrets. In for 1. Matt has no creatures left in his graveyard. He's only cast 1 non-creature spell in the entire game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. He did flashback Gitaxian Probe.
Yeah,
so that's what else is removed. But otherwise, it's Snapcasters and Geists in there. Michael in with the Spectral Procession.
Michael's at the point where he has so many options in his hand. He can just sit back comfortably.
He has only access to 1 blue mana. He does have 6 lands, but just 1 blue is making it a little rough. He's got to really be sure what he wants to.
Matt did just draw Sword of War and Peace, so that's interesting.
Okay. After the Ratchet Bomb.
But he also does know that Michael has negate, so he's very aware of that.
Yeah. So he's gonna have to wait for Michael to tap low enough to where he can mana leak the negate, which is really not likely to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, or just in the off chance that he taps his blue for something that's not as important.
Right. Matt Hoey at 1 life, if that life total is correct.
Yeah, and Mike is just looking at a dead weight. He's just kind of deciding, should I kill? Should I take care of this Delver? It's going to give him a Moorland Haunt token, but I have the option to do that if I want to.
Right. Well, do you want him to have a 1/1 that, you can... I guess the thing is, I would leave the Delver, right? Because if you have an answer for a 3/2 in dead weight, are we inches away from a non-Delver finals here at Star City Games Columbus?
I think we are.
It's land. And he's going to have to slam that War and Peace. Michael's going to negate it. He's going to mana leak it. And Michael's going to pay. And that's 3 lands in match. He's like, I'll pay for your mana leak with my hand.
Yeah.
This is, wow. Matt just could not draw spells that game.
Standard is alive and well.